When I think of my dad, I think of a guy who's joyful and fun to be around, and he was loving, yet he was just in how he raised us.
When I think about the relationship that I had with my father when I was a kid, I think it was a little distant. My dad was a business owner. He was out of town on and off very frequently, and that leads me to grow and to learn a lot of things by myself, like riding a bicycle, like learn how to swim. But the good side I took that is how I should solve problems as a child. And I think at the same time it has led me to become like that as independent woman.
As a child, I was kind of almost scared because he was the authority figure, do as I told, not as I do. He would have so many rules in the house where it was almost kind of in fear of him. Like if he would say one word, we'd go to our rooms, do anything, so it's kind of scary. And it definitely changes as an adult, where now it's definitely more of a friendship. So from there, it's kind of nice as older, like talking to him every day. I just call, check up on him, see how's everything's going, how's his day, everything else. So it's definitely a great change from as a child to as a father myself. Sometimes I even ask him for advice for my son in different ways just to handle things. It's always nice to get a different perspective.
I think for me, there's probably a lot of emotions that come up when I think about my dad. I'm unashamedly a daddy's girl. And growing up, love was probably the number one emotion I remember feeling from him. I always knew there was nothing I could do that would make him stop loving me. And as an adult, when I look back, I realize that he taught me how to be generous and how to serve others. When I think of my dad, I'm really proud. I'm really proud to call him my dad and of the man that he is. And we just have a really cool friendship. I mean, I can talk to him about anything, even if it's awkward, because I'm his baby. But I just know that his door is always open.
So I think emotions that I have when I was a kid, it was just like a longing and a desire just to know like who he is. And as an adult, since I've grown up like my whole life without ever knowing him or meeting him or seeing him, it's kind of a numbness, and I just feel kind of numb whenever I think of an earthly father. I feel pretty indifferent, and it's just something that I've not had, so I just feel really numb to it.
When I think about my dad, it's a perfect example of how I should think about God the Father. My dad he's always been a source of joy for me, and I could go to him for guidance and advice, and I love him more than anything else on this planet, really. And that's how I also feel about God the Father. And knowing my dad before knowing our Heavenly Father, I think he set me up perfectly to, just love God the Father with all my heart, just like I love my dad.
For the longest time, I ran away from God. I kept away from him, and I was just so confused. I didn't know, I didn't want that authority. I didn't want that discipline. I didn't want any of it. I wanted my own life. But the minute that I came back to God, the minute I came to Jesus, and I gave my life back to him, I realized how much I needed him, and how much love and guidance and just grace was missing from my life. And I can't thank God enough for that. And I think that that's just one of the most awesome things about my earthly father, and one of the most awesome things about our godly Father, that he will take us back in his arms no matter what.